Greetings and salutations. This is Little Falcon. Happy Monday. It is a new week. We are refocusing everything. Let me see what camera angle I want. So, this is just me saying good morning. It's a coffee talk. We're going to do some free readings. I want to announce our schedule. I've been through a whole lot of changes. So I thought it would be good over the next sessions that we discuss changes, discuss what's going on in the universe and in our worlds, because I feel a whole lot of things have happened. And it's almost like I'm like traveling at warp speed and I need to catch everybody up with me. So first, before I start lighting stage, I want to do some shout outs. A big hello to Andrew, Shauna, and Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for liking. I appreciate everyone for the whole way everything's been going. So the group has exploded way bigger than I thought, and we are doing so good as a group. I'm starting to focus on us as a group with supernatural visions, continuing the healing process, because I've been approached by so many people lately about the healing process. You guys, it's like an explosion of people want us to dig deeper into what is making us successful. Hey there, Karen. It's great to see you. I am well. I've gone through a ton of changes. I'm doing a few shout outs before we start, and I have a schedule of things that are coming up and things we are going to try to focus on, as well as I will do some free readings. I will do a break as usual. I don't know how long I'm going to go today, but like I said, I'll be revealing some events, and you can expect me to go live pretty much every day. This is Coffee Talk. As you guys see, this is like the morning. I have very naturally crazy curly hair. Here it's been a little humid. And Andrew, I kind of wanted to talk to you about that. So yesterday I tried to go downtown to the Cubs game, and yes, it did actually happen, but we were like rained out ourselves. We're like, no, we're good. But meanwhile, we went to Ed DeBevick's. So I don't know if Andrew is still here, but see, Ed DeBevick's is a famous restaurant in Chicago where you go to be insulted basically by your waitress and your wait staff, as well as they had really good food. And when we were teenagers, the big deal was to let's see how we adjust ourselves here. Go downtown, and it was like a big deal. So frankly, when we went there, we had like these old school expectations, Andrew. We thought we were gonna get truly insulted, and it's all in good fun, you guys. Like your waitress would sit next to you, and she would be like, "Oh, well, look at this character," and then they'd be flat out rude the whole time, and it was fabulous fun because like it was the experience. But the food was super good, super good. But so we went, and it was not so good. The experience wasn't the same. You know, you can never go back. They put a new location. I believe it was somewhere more on the north side, and then it was like in downtown where Michigan Avenue, where the posh hang out. And oh my God, you guys, like let me adjust a few things here. They're completely it's a different lifestyle. I'm not judging, but their housing rather, costs are outrageous through the roof. It's like the rich of the rich, and some great stores are there. We had a good time. Otherwise, I made a reel of driving down Lakeshore Drive, okay, to the old song that we all knew in the '70s called Lakeshore Drive, because and anyway, it was a rainy day. So the day before we had gone to Chinatown, and it was gorgeous out. I could not like get the Cubs tickets for that day, of course, and I think the Cubs beat the Pirates like 21-0. So now look, I'm from the south suburbs, but I was raised a Cub fans. So if you know anything about Chicagoland, it's like this rivalry between the Cubs and the Sox fans. So that's really the south side is the Sox fans. I mean, ironically, I should be a Sox fan, but like people argue over that stuff. It becomes a thing. Now, my twin flame, he's a Sox fan, and I have to forgive him for that. He was burned by the Cubs many years ago because they ignored him during an autograph session. And I hope he's not watching because I've kind of like spilled his story. This guy can hold a grudge. This is from like 1982, and we're like 48, so he doesn't let anything go. But anyway, we've been trying to do stuff as a couple because you guys, okay, I'm an empty nester. So I want to get into changes and how we deal with them. And we are going to do some free readings. Hello there to everyone who's commenting. Let's see. Yeah, right. So, Andrew, this food is so much better in Chicagoland. So, I'm not trying to be rude, but I lived in Dubuque, Iowa for 4 years. And yeah, there's a few good restaurants, but you learn to accept a level of things that's not the same. And Dallas is like cool actually. It's the cleanest city I've ever seen. So the last time I went through Dallas, I marveled at how clean it was. It's not like Chicago, that is for sure. But yeah, it was interesting. We went to Chinatown, you guys, and it was a bustling day market. It was a day of heat too for us. It was like almost 80 degrees, and it was beautiful. We had a really good time. We ate some food, and I tried some rolled ice cream. I did a reel of that too. That was neat. Trying some new stuff. So being an empty nester, I've also been dealing with a level of emotionality and grief because my grandkids are gone and I don't get to see them really anymore much, and there's a whole thing that is good for them going on. So this isn't like me feeling bad about it, but it's more or less I was gonna do this anyway, guys, but it just happened so quick. So on the other side of it, I get the house to myself. It's super quiet. So as I was saying before last week, which I could only get in one live, honestly, my throat was killing me. Emotionally, I needed to rest. I put a post out there about that. But now it's like I can do more. I've already started to do more. I feel more relaxed. I'm not against toddlers and children, guys, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me. I will occasionally go into this stuff over the next week to give people an idea. So when we deal with changes, you guys, it is literally like our body in every way, shape, or form looking at things and going, oh my God, and you will resist a little. We're so used to habit as human beings. So getting into habit, let's transition neatly into what mug do I have today? I have my Stay Wild Moonshine mug. And this is how I stay sane, you guys. We have to have our own personal focuses. And as a parent, a caregiver, you get really caught up in that. As well as sometimes your career, you could be just say so super focused. Other parts of your life aren't equal. Some work on balance. And what's fabulous is now I get to embrace all of the things that come with the changes, which is more time to spend with you guys. Now, this is part of the healing process too, which is accepting, doing good for ourselves, trying new things, and exploring what we want to do with our future. So that being said, let's talk about this coming week's schedule because I got some stuff going on. And I'm going to keep an eye on your comments. Let's see. It's Shauna's comment I'm looking at now. Oh, that's great. Okay, so when I was at DeBevics, this is so great. So I have a stupid story to tell really quick about Ed DeBevics. So in high school, this is like 1989, I was a freshman. We went downtown. We saw Othello at Drury Lane. And on our way back, it was either before or after we went to Ed DeBevics. Okay, it was a gas. We had a great time. It was 1989. The food was great. Then on our way out, you guys, we're weaving through these tight streets in a bus. The bus side swipes a car and just keeps going. Literally, side swipes the car, keeps going. Now, yes, I remember that like it was yesterday. Literally, someone was playing a Poison song in the back of the bus, and okay, we were like cooler than that, because we liked like Metallica, and we thought Poison was kind of lame at the time. Although I did like Skid Row, and we're getting into hair metal, and we really need to veer away from that right now. I digress horribly. So anyway, oh well, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. And yes, I'm going to be giving people readings. I do see you there too, Shauna. So yeah, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you. So what I try to do with you guys is be sharing as much as I can, because part of the healing process is making all of those who are feeling healed safe and understanding that I too am a human being going through healing, and I'll be delicate with all of us as we're progressing at our own levels and rates. I made a post about it because I wanted you guys to understand really what this has evolved, and what I was really hoping for was a place for everyone to, not just get free readings. This isn't some flash and bang, ooh, let's get the lottery numbers. I love that one. Sure. No, it is a bit deeper than that. And as I go deeper, you guys are going to come with me. And I am exploring all over the place. That is going to start where I'm going to give free readings when we're in these locations. But right now, my starting is just a little limited because this has all happened so quickly. So once again, if you enjoy my broadcast, I appreciate your support by, sending stars or simply liking and sharing. You can participate in these as many times as you want. Let everybody know. So as for the schedule, because I have all this extra time, So first of all, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic is going to be the beginning of the reader's rules and an empath's rules. So these are just good guides. Like, you can switch things up, but this is part one. And I want anyone who's interested to know that I will repeat this again in an evening session. So if you don't catch me tomorrow during the day, or you're like, oh, this is kind of hard to watch, I'll try to mark in this video or in another one in the comments where my advice is, because this can be helpful to you even if you're not a reader. So moving on, I would say also tomorrow is going to be, of course, free readings, but there'll be topical things, because I feel every day something new comes up and we all feel it in our souls, and I feel compelled to mention it to you. So as I said, today's topics were changes, how we deal with them, and my suggestion, like I said, was to work on it frankly daily, and it's what we do and focus on through getting healed, and this is where we're at this group now. So let's talk about this. We have our Tuesday session coming up during the day in the morning, and then we're going to do an evening session Wednesday. Now those are these pop-up lives I do during the day. I don't do a VIP list. I have a VIP list for tomorrow that'll be 7 p.m. Okay, so what you totally need to do is, if you're interested in getting a session, a mini reading, it doesn't matter how many you've had, sign up. So I'm advertising for that now. Now, other than that, I will be probably back Thursday and Friday doing these little mini things. Sometimes I'll take you on my travels, and soon I'm going to do, and this is fun, outside readings. This is great. And it'll be a totally different focus. And eventually, before I go on my little trips, you guys, I'll pull a card and let everybody know the focus for the trip, so that during that day, what I'm trying to accomplish, what you can see, and if you're interested in, say, getting a reading at that location, you'll know, oh, she's headed to this location. So I have a lot of things in the works. Mind you, then Saturday is the new moon, so it's a great time for manifesting. I'm going to do 2 live broadcasts, one at noon Central Time, and then one again at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to include a simple manifesting ritual. You can attend both, and I suggest, if you're into manifesting, that you do, because it depends on who's with me, what we talk about in the angle of manifesting. But I really want to get into a better routine about doing the moon cycles. I was so into that before, but literally during, like, say, full moons, the universe is like, nope, you got something else to do. Same thing for the new moons lately. So I'm being very purposeful and sending this out now. I will set out a VIP list for both of these events on Saturday later today. Now, these can also be you getting into the manifesting ritual. So what I'm going to, like, all week is hype and talk about how, if you want to manifest, you can do this on your own, but different ways to do it. I did plant manifesting last year. I'll explain that too. We're going to have so much fun learning, like, creative ways to do stuff, and whatever suits you. It can be so minimal, by the way, and you don't have anything to feel guilty about if it's minimal. So that's going to be Saturday. The whole day off and on is dedicated to it, but I wanted to give people a chance, different time zones, noon and then 7. So with that being said, I also wanted to mention that when I do these pop-up live sessions, there will be chances that, since there's no VIP list, people don't get a reading. I felt a need to, like, hit people up afterwards, but instead I encourage anyone today who didn't get their reading and would like one to, attend as many of these as you can, get on the VIP list. And I'm saying this not for this group of people necessarily, because all you guys know this is, like, Shauna, Andrew, Sarah, and everybody. Like, I'm not trying to lecture, but when people come through and they pick and choose spots to look at, if they happen to see that, cool. So that is where we're at with everything announcement oriented. We've talked a little bit about me. If any one of you here right now has like a topic you want to discuss, go ahead and throw it out. I see the time we're already running into is, I've only been on about 10 minutes. So we're going to start with our reading list. If there's anything, like I said, you want to cover, go ahead, say it. But meanwhile, we're going to start burning the sage. It's been a calming energy over here. Lovely, wonderful, quiet. You can let your own mind wander. Have an imagination about it like I do. I ask Wankantanka, the Great Spirit, to purify me, cleanse me. Cleanse my space. No evil is welcome here. No evil is welcome with you. I hope that you are open to healing and love, and that the Great Spirit gives you some sort of peace today, or that you could connect with nature. And this sage here is meant to help purify me and you, protect. No evil is welcome here. We're opening our space for a few free readings, and then I'll go for a little break and see who is available on their work breaks. Today's session won't be as long. Our Monday sessions sometimes can go for hours, but today we are focusing on healing. Part of healing, you guys, is taking time for yourself as well as balancing your priorities. So I'm going to spend some time with you, and then I'm going to spend some time with my clients, and then I'm literally going to take a nap. And I know that sounds like super indulgent, but yeah, I'll probably like lay down for like 30 minutes. One thing I wanted to share with you before I start the readings, Stephen Harjo, who is a beautiful flute maker and player, he is a Muskweki. I met him down in Cahokia last year. He made these beautiful medicine bags, and they have everything in it that we were talking about, Andrew, in the four different directional, herb wheel I showed. And we're going to get into all of that. So this particular one has tobacco, sage, sweetgrass. It also has turquoise, as well as a bit of cedar. Okay. Now, of course, there's only 4 directions, but mind you, throughout the tribes, there's a little bit of a different opinion, but it all is very similar. So intertribal things have become very popular because for me being a Cherokee and Choctaw, possibly a few other tribes that are way more unconfirmed, so I don't want to say it. It's become a thing where you kind of it's okay. Okay, so the ribbon skirts I have, you guys, are all Dene, which is Navajo. And I have always really felt a deep connection with their culture. So it's kind of cool to be able to reach out to real, actual, authentic individuals and what I mean by authentic are actual Native American indigenous folks that do this stuff rather than commercial. Ooh. Okay, so I've never been to Oregon, Andrew, and actually I have family in Sweet Home, and they talk about how gorgeous it is, and the temperate climate is a little different. I have been planning to do that this year, so fingers crossed as I go across the country. We're supposed to spend a lot of time in Arizona at first, and then I'm supposed to head all the way up, make a big, because I want to go to Yellowstone, and hopefully we can get in to do some of the things we want to do, because there's been a lot of permit issues with a lot of places, and then go all the way up around to Oregon, and then head back down along the coast in California, because I got people there too. And my goal was to hit as many oceans as I could, So I went down to the Gulf of Mexico, which is a little sketchy what that is necessarily in some regards, and I wanted to do the Pacific. So anyway, that I want to share with you guys because this is an amazing opportunity before me that I want to be able to, share with people. I never thought I was going to get to do this. A lot of this is manifesting, which is what we're going to get into. But it's not easy, guys. Every day you're going to run into, difficulties. So let's back up here and let's look at this. It rained every day, but you didn't even care. Oh, I bet it was gorgeous. What I hear about it is that it is very, is it more undeveloped? Would I be correct in that assumption, Andrew? Because Illinois, for example, even though we still have virgin forests, a lot of the northern and central areas have been very developed. So while I look here, who wants what? We're going to scroll up while he comments there. Here, let me move this over. That should do it for me. Okay, I'm just writing down the names. There's not many right now, which is kind of calming. We can get our little vibe going. And she wants a love reading, Shauna. Okay, so Kentucky, yes. Okay, so now that's funny, Shauna. So we just drove down from Chicagoland all the way down to Panama City Beach. And so for that, it was a straight shoot down. So first, of course, you got your Illinois. We were in there a long time. We avoided Indiana, you know. And then we went down, straight down into Kentucky, or Tennessee, right? And then it's Kentucky. Or no, it's the other way around. Kentucky, then Tennessee, then Alabama, and then Florida, you know. And honestly, it was really beautiful. You know, we were lucky that day. It was really pretty. Now, did we stop much? No. But, oh, you know what I loved about Kentucky? Okay, when we were in Paducah, they had, the McDonald's had biscuits and gravy, and it was good. And I'm half Southern. My mom was born in Arkansas with no doctor, and, you know, she's got no real birth certificate, and she is as Southern as it comes, and they moved up here, like, in the Great Northern Migration, like, when she was 2. But trust me, gravy is like a hallowed, you know, holy thing in my house. And this is like really good. And I think that Chicagoland needs that. I'm really disappointed. So everyone was super friendly. And, you know, I would say from my point of view, when you come down south from up north, the level of poverty probably increases rural poverty, which is sad and hard for them because I know from living in a rural area myself how hard it is to get help too. No, I didn't get to do anything cool, Shauna. So that's the unfortunate thing. It looked so pretty. And that was our issue. Like, I wanted to stop, but we were just cruising right through. So, no, I would love to. So, that's part of our goal, too, by the way, is getting inspiration from you. So we know, guys, like, where to go, what would be beautiful, because to me, being in the forest is like a spiritual experience, and, like, I belong there. So, yes. And actually, I'm going to write a little side note on the other side about Kentucky because my twin flame has a very close lifelong friend in Alabama, and we'll be continuing to go that way. And so I know they're not always, you know, synonymous with each other, but truthfully, if we're in that area, we love road trips. So we just get in the car and we will just drive, and it doesn't have to be always super fast. So thank you. And if you have specific suggestions, okay, Shauna, you could privately mention, like, say, oh, like, for example, in Illinois, all the way in southern Illinois, which also encompasses a few other states, is the Shawnee National Forest, which is, oh my God, drop dead gorgeous, amazing. We went there, and it was, oh, I can't even explain to you guys the sights and the smells of being in this more far out area. I mean, there's no decent hotels out there. You got to, like, really get to it. So, if you have any good suggestions, let me know. Ooh, the mountains. Ooh, that kills me. I love the mountains. Oh my God, living in the United States, guys, we're so lucky, aren't we? I mean, honestly, we get the opportunity, and I've not gotten the chance to travel because I was a single mom raising 3 kids, and I was so content to do that. But, like, we travel locally. You know, we did a lot of local things. Lake Cumberland. Oh, cool. I'm going to write that down. And actually, Cumberland Lake, yeah, you know what? My twin flame might actually, because he has, like, friends who live down there, and he's like, I recognize this area, and I'm like, well, I'm glad that you do. But yeah, McDonald's biscuits and gravy was fire. So, okay. So far I see that Shauna wanted a reading, and let's look up here, because she's first. And, you know, I really love, like, Andrew's point of view, too. Like, when we went to Florida, the first day was really breezy. That Saturday was super breezy. It was like, you couldn't go swimming, but, like, we had such a grand time. It was kind of gray. We had such a great time. We were somewhere new, and the smells and the sights, and it was like immersing yourself in a new environment, and it's so good for your soul. I mean, I just forgot how good it felt. And yeah, everything fell apart while I was gone, you guys. I mean, that was just the limit in a bad way. Like, whoa. I came back, and yeah, my stuff is still good, but, like, everything else had changed. But it was very symbolic, you know, you guys, like, it's okay to move on and let go. So now Shauna is up here, and now we see, oh, here you are, Shy. I'm going to put you down. Yes, you may. Please stick around. You stayed in South Elgin for a month or so. Yeah. Okay. So you are familiar. That's That's like, more north and west of me, of course. And Andrew would like a general reading too. Absolutely. All right, guys, let's jump into the readings. Thank you for the chat. It's been good catching up with everybody. Ooh, Cumberland Falls. Well, thank you. I'm going to write that down. Excuse me. Because that would be so cool. So eventually, you guys, when I'm in these locations, I'll be doing live events where you can meet up with me in person. The live events would require like a small fee, nothing huge, and you could bring other people. And I'm, gonna be real flexible with those plans. Like a group of you get a discount. But that is to come. And so you guys are at the very beginning of me being able to be very accessible. And that will be so fun, okay? I mean, we're going to go to real nice, like, natural locations that don't require a lot of interference from other people. We can literally have small groups. So just letting you know, when you make these suggestions, you guys, these are things that we consider and we'll literally be, lining up so we could all enjoy group events in the real, especially too because the COVID restrictions everywhere have lifted a lot. I mean, it's been great, and they said flying you don't need masks, so it'll be great for group events to go on. So let's get this on the road, you guys. She wants to know if there's a future in her current relationship. Let's relight the sage for a minute. We're doing very good. I want to pass this card deck over them. I haven't used it for a second. I love this deck. Some of you shall recognize it. It is my Akashic Tarot deck. Nice illustrations on the back. Just a basic tarot deck in some ways with a twist. Tarot to, enhanced tarot. So let's focus for our friendship. Is there a future in this current relationship, she said? So I'm going to do a 3-card spread today for everyone that gets this deck. And we're going to start here with the first card, and it is very representative of who you are. And I have to tell you that you have been tapping and wanting to tap into the Akashic Library. You are one of those people, and that's why a lot of us are in this group together that are on their way to figure all that out, to get the information. You've been on the path. I'm going to tie all this together. That's the number 2. In your current situation in this relationship, because don't worry, I did hear your question, and so did the universe. You are being reborn in birth. So I really want you to understand right now, you're like in a new beginning stage of your own self. We're going to get to this. Don't worry, that's number 4. And the 8 here, number 8, is the 8 of Scrolls, Paths Unknown. I'm going to tell you the thing about this is that there are a couple of signs here that this person and you, no matter how much you're trying to connect, the timing is not right, and that you're being reborn currently into someone whom, frankly, has tapped into some of the Akashic records. You've been given inspiration. It's hard to accept that we've gotten some guidance, because I think the Paths Unknown is letting you know straight out with the doubling of that 4, that 8 is a divine number. You're looking off in the distance to find situations, people, and things that are going to enhance what you've learned and then open the door so you could find more information. So understand, people in our lives, for all the reasons we're with them, help us learn, help us access the records of our life. However you want to look at it, the Akashic records, if you believe in that, or if you just truly believe in yourself, that you need to continue according to this, your rebirth, which is the old you. Maybe this was like this type of a relationship or some vibe about this suits you. Paths Unknown says to me, you have a lot of anticipation, excitement, and things coming your way, and you should consider the fact that it doesn't seem like this relationship is giving you what you want anytime soon. So, okay, let's reflect on that for just a second. It's the whole idea that maybe you're not necessarily at that point with this person where this is how you would go as a serious relationship. But I have to say, truly, it's going to be up to you, because as you look off into the distance, here, I want you to see, it's a female who's very much in contemplation. She is got the scrolls of knowledge, and that's what I was trying to like show you. You know, it's over there on the other side where my fingers aren't. And really, in short, it's the whole idea that you kind of been questioning this a little bit, and I think that you might consider meeting someone new in the future, when it aligns for you, meaning it's almost like you kind of knew that there was something suspect or not right. And this doesn't mean that you couldn't be happy some with this person, but compromises are being made. And now that you know better and feel better, it's time to do better, if that makes sense. So we're going to leave that there. Now, if we had a private reading, okay, it would be, we get a lot deeper. And this is why, again, I want you to listen to what the universe has to say and then work with it yourself. So for me, it's just usually a wake-up call to think about stuff. I'm like, So this is basically telling you that Shauna, he's not going very fast at all, and that you seem to be seeking other people or directions to go in and to learn more and evolve as a person. I'm excited for that. I think you should be too. So that was your message today. Thank you for participating. Hey there. That's my cousin, Catherine. Very, very nice to see you here. That's so great. So, the great thing about these mediums, meaning, the internet, Facebook, is we have gotten to meet people. Actually, that goes back to some other thing that I did with the DNA, and, that was kind of cool too. And, I'm actually planning to go out there and visit in Daytona Beach in the next couple of months, Catherine. So I'm going to get to meet them. I'm so excited because this is so cool. So, I have no connection to that side at all. So thank you for being here today. Another big hello to Jamie. How are you? It has been a minute. Hi, Jennifer. I appreciate you guys because, it's been weird. So every time I turn around, life, it is directing you where you need to go. So I appreciate everyone with their patience. I'd really intended on being here much more over the past couple of weeks, but now that I'm an empty nester, everything is different. I'm just like, So, that being said, we're writing a little list of readings. So far we've done Shauna's. Shy is next, and then Andrew. Let's see who else we have here. Jennifer would like a general. Okay, guys, let me tell you how this is going today. This is a pop-up live session, which means it goes as long as I can handle it, and I do usually have some time restraints. I've started a small list. Next up is Shy, then Andrew, and Jennifer. We will take a break at some point here, kind of soon. I've been going for just a little bit. The breaks provide you and me an opportunity to reset, recenter, and then other people can show. And on the other side of it, let me know, you guys, if there's a topic you want to hear discussed. If you think I'm missing you and your name hasn't been listed, I will read the comments during the break. I'm going to pull up Shy. If you're here right now, let me know. And I do see Jamie, you're now on the list. So once again, guys, when I do go away and take a break, you'll see my be right back sign up there, bouncing around whatever it does, and lets you know that I will be back. Just make sure that you keep an eye on if I've called your name. That's the only little thing here. If you miss me today, I do have events coming up. I will come back tomorrow during the day for a pop-up live coffee talk session where I'm going to go into what it's like to be an empath and a reader and a few basic rules. This is like a part 1. And then Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I have a little event going on where you can sign up on the VIP list to get yourself a full mini reading. And then it'll be a free-for-all after that with no real list because we're going to do a little different that time. And now then come Saturday, you guys, 2 events planned in the same day at noon and at 7, and they're new moon manifesting as well as free readings. I will put up a VIP list for each event later today, so keep an eye out. Now, as we're moving along, we're going to see if Shy is here. And if not, we're going to move straight forward to Andrew. And once again, it would be Jennifer and Jamie And we'll see how many we can fit in before the break. So, Shy, if you'd step down, I'd appreciate it. So, okay, guys, what I'm working with today are two tarot decks. First, as you know, I love my Rider Waite, and this is the plastic deck, and I'm here to tell you guys it has been going great. It is my favorite, like literal format and medium for this. This is amazing because look, even though these cards that I do love so much, the Akashic, they're paper based, and that's fine, except that they don't do well for our sessions practically. So I've been saving these because I know they're only gonna last so long. I do tape them, you guys, when they're getting dead. So I will, as much as I can, keep them as long as I can. Okay, so anyway, we do not see Shy right here. We will go ahead and make sure that we leave her on the list. Next up is Andrew. Andrew, if you'd step on down, he would like a, what do you call it? A general reading. Hold on for 1 second, you guys. I'm going on here and taking care of something really quick. And all right, there we go. Okay. All right. So this is my way of moderating. So when haters come in, you guys, I can get rid of them. This is just my own thing I'm doing at this moment. You know, moderators are hard to come by. Hi there. Can you see me? You said you can't see me. Oh, I will not forget you, Catherine. Let me write you down. Thank you. See? I appreciate it. Okay. All right. For a reading. Yes, I got you. You're good. Okay, so step on down, Andrew. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one too because I feel it really resonates with a lot of us. So we're gonna do a general for Andrew. Okay, you guys? Let's focus together. Nice calm vibe today. No stress, no worries. I love Mondays. Let's ask the universe, Wakantanka, Great Spirit, to open up for our friend Andrew. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay, guys, I'm always tempted to jump to the end of a book sometimes, and I'm going to tell you, Andrew, your last card is pretty phenomenal. So we're going to absolutely, you know, just go to it because I just can't help it. So it's the Five of Keys, wishes fulfilled. This is going to be a very good time period for you. Understand that Five of Keys isn't just about material wishes. This is you beginning to achieve the things you need. The Five of Keys is also the idea of being given what it should be given to you, because in your current situation, the initiation and the Count Saint Germain, oh my God, it sounds so proper and important and deep and spiritual here. Sorry, let me back up a little bit. Number 14. This card is really reminiscent of the idea of someone, and understand, he's not like the guru in the middle or anything like that, Saint Germain. This is the idea that you're a witness and have been witness to beautiful things and inspiration that has indeed changed your life philosophy and what you're looking for. I want to back up because I guess I should have started at the beginning, but I felt it was important to let you know that it's going to be a fabulous week or two for you where you're literally getting a spiritual and personal confirmation that what you have been witnessing is real and is coming to pass for you personally. Because in the past here with a divine physician, you have gone through a time period of healing and understanding and growth, and you're getting into it, and it feels so good to you that you know it, you recognize all of this as if you've seen it before, which is beautiful for you. So understand, again, you have recently become witness again, and it's going to be like this for a while. I feel that you're going to continue to move forward and get reveals that are spiritual, things that you feel as if spiritually maybe you're not deserving of, but It's almost like the universe is giving you alms, like what you've been waiting for on another level. So you know how when we find personal peace, then understand a bit more of our purpose, and then get to keep moving forward. This is basically what this is, Andrew. And I think that because I'm a little privy, and anyone who follows us, of like what your situation is, you are leveling up, and this is exactly what's happening. I want you to try to accept the good blessings and know that you are doing really, really good work with yourself, which is going to reflect outwardly, which is going to actually, and I'm going to tell you what I keep getting this idea is you're going to work on being like the divine physician. I want you to understand that you can help people heal. You can enable them as well as yourself. But look, we don't want to get too far ahead. I want you to understand that you're being given what you need right now to continue on your spiritual journey, which could be leading to wherever you want, but wherever you fit. And I think that along the way, it's really good to just recognize that you have come quite a ways, and now several somethings good are coming for you. We're going to leave that there. That was his spirit guided message today. I appreciate you waiting. Thank you so much, Andrew. He's been a huge supporter here, as well as many of you here. Once again, I'm humbled and honored to be a part of this group. And thank you, Andrew, for sharing. I appreciate it. Okay, let's take a look here. Shy is not yet returned. We're going to have Jennifer. We do see Catherine and Jamie. If I have not called your name, don't think I have forgotten about you. Please let me know. So right now, the next three people, Jennifer, Caitlin, and Jamie. Okay, Jennifer, you're next. Would you please step down? And what did exactly you want? Let's see here. Hey there to my friends on Twitch. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, Jennifer wanted a love general question, if you're still here. Well, I'm so glad. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us. You're so very welcome. We appreciate you sharing your spiritual journey with us. Those things are what keep us grounded and spiritual ourselves. We're going to keep an eye on everybody together as much as we can. So thank you for checking in and joining us today. Crazy set of circumstances that have turned out so beautifully for all parties involved. Here we are. She wants a general. Okay, that's where we're going with it. I'm going to open up my other deck for this. We're going to pull a different, now made of plastic, Rider-Waite deck. Let's focus in for Jennifer. Asking the universe to open up for us. Okay. We're doing just a little bit of a different spread. I did 3 cards for her. Actually, for the last 2 people, for Andrew and for Shauna. We're going to do a little bit of something different today. So when we're doing this general reading, it's going to have 6 cards. Each card of the first 3 has an obstacle or challenge card. This is going to help you narrow in on very specific things quickly. I'm going to use a few new spreads to get us through these very quickly, but in a way that gives you a lot of information. So in your past, you have been returning back to action, thinking about love and possibilities, and doing your very best to adapt and move forward. And this is good. The number 4 is a good place to be. It means you're still on the path. Your challenge and or obstacle here is all the things that are happening that you find out. Judgment brings everything back to life for you too, and you're just like in it. So hold on to that thought. In your current situation, you are very, very much working on this spiritual thing about you. This is exciting, beautiful stuff. But look at what her obstacle is, everybody. The unknown and an emotional thief and people not being true to you. So now, guys, we all run into this stuff. So we'll get into the specifics, but hold on for a minute and know that because she's working on her spirituality and all these beautiful things that she is like unraveling the mysteries of herself, she's going to be challenged straight out with something that's going to make her even dig into deeper as to who is she, as to whom you're listening to, if it doesn't resonate and something seems off. Because your challenge with listening to people is this guy. this King of Pentacles. He's going to be the one who's going to be very unexpectedly giving you some information according to all these cards. And I'm thinking he might be someone that you were in a relationship with in the past, or who's someone who's interested now. But I would be very cautious, because when you're being prepared for the unexpected, you kind of know that this person in this situation is this way. So now, ironically, you asked for a general, and first I was like, oh, she wants a love. A lot of this seems to have to do with someone returning in your situation, but I will tell you this. This King of Pentacles and the whole thing about it could also be sincerely a money thing, like a boss or someone that you're having to resist their influence and deal with a, like, oh my God, surprise situation. So basically, your advisement here: be prepared for the unexpected. You can handle it. Stick to what you've been trying to do, which is focusing on yourself, dealing with all the changes in a perspective-oriented way, which, goodness, we all go through it at first. And then we have to go, okay, all right, how are we going to deal with this? Let's look around for a minute, get our bearings, get ourselves screwed on. But the challenges here, again, are to believe what you think is right. Intriguing to me. So, Jennifer, I want you to go back to basics. I want you to resist temptation when you know something's wrong. And I want you to go with the spiritual flow, which feels like you are really becoming this person who is trying to be. So this is part of the advice for you, to start to trust your own intuition and gut. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for participating and waiting. She was next on our list. If you enjoyed today and you liked your reading and you are so inclined, please like, share, and comment, as well as you can give stars, which shows Facebook that we're an active group with active followers, and they're a small way to show that you're, wanting this to go on. But once again, I appreciate everyone, their patience, their understanding of the process. Catherine, you are the first person when I come back. We've been going for almost an hour. It's been a lot of chat, but we're going to take a break. I would like everyone to, as they would say, at least my mother in French, reconnoiter for a moment. I'd like to talk to Catherine when I come back about, yes, my upcoming trip to Daytona. And that's so cool. It is indeed. She travels all over the place. I wanted to mention to her my admiration for her and how she does it. She's like, ooh, savage. She just goes by herself. She just goes. She's got a job and stuff to do, but wow. So I appreciate everyone and their patience. I will be back, so stick around. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. I'll be back. Hey, Catherine, if you're still here, no, I did not give your reading. And I was looking forward to talking to you, so stick around. It's like only a minute or two, and I'm going to start back up again. So please don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I am back. Thank you for waiting and coming back. We're going to give everybody a second to come back. We're going to light the sage. And Catherine, if you're here, I wanted to talk to you for a second while we're setting up. So let me know, first of all, if you can see me again, okay? So here's the thing, you guys. Sometimes it'll be my internet connection. Sometimes it's your internet connection. Um, Sometimes the universe is just being mean to us, but let me know if you can see me, because I want to make sure you can see me. I am trying out, though, this new internet, because I'm dropping the old service, and if it works, I want to keep it. So I'm doing these new events, fingers crossed, with it. So let me know, you guys. And what I'll need is a consensus, not just, unfortunately, one person, because I know it goes out for everybody sometimes. So let's see here. Does she see me? Hey, okay, cool. Excellent. Well, first of all, guys, I'll let you know who's up, but I wanted to chat with Catherine. Catherine is first. Then we have Jamie. And then if anyone else wants a reading, please let me know. And if I haven't called your name, let me know. So I wanted to get into that. So, yes, I'm headed hopefully to Daytona Beach in about a month or two. My Florida trip was good, but I came back to chaos. It was like, oh my God, I left everything in a row, and it came back like a bomb went off. Now I'm an empty nester, like I was telling everybody, so I can start my traveling sooner. Yay. Not the long-term traveling. My mommy's having surgeries, and we're all moving eventually, but this has just been a whirlwind of change. So and I wanted to mention that I know as Catherine, she's amazing. Like, you will just get in the car and go, girl, you're like out, which is amazing. And she's one of those travelers, you guys. She's smart, and I know that she's kind of like letting everybody know where she's at along the way. And so I was super excited for her that she got to come home in time, because I know you were going through some stuff. I won't go into it. And I really appreciate your like, she's very open. Like, nobody, like, how can I put this, everyone has a struggle, so she's just delightful, because I appreciate her candor. So I wanted to have a chance to say that to you too, Catherine. So yes, I am so excited about meeting the aunties. And now my son, oddly of all places, has moved to Daytona Beach. He's been there since July of last year. So I'm excited. I haven't seen his little face for a little while. I miss him. No, he's not little. He's going to be 26 this year, but I'm always going to be his mother. So, now that we got that out, and hopefully some more people have showed that wanted a reading, we're going to start with Catherine, you guys. And next up, Jamie, if you're here, let me know. I see somebody else down there too. Serrated grin. All right. I'll try to write you down here and see if I can get you on the list. Once again, thank you to Twitch and YouTube and Facebook for having me. I triple stream, and if you need a reading, make sure you mention it. I do see where you're coming from, what venue, and thank you for joining us. Once again, my name was Little Falcon. I do free reading sessions all the time, and we are burning sage to purify, to ask the universe as well to only have good energy come our way, and we're going to start these readings up right now. All right, Catherine, let's see here. What were you looking for today? Would you just like a general reading? And guys, I do try to watch the comments as quick as I can. There is Jamie. She's right after Catherine. We're going to pull out the Akashic deck, which is tarot with enhancement and a bit of a spiritual boost, which I believe Catherine would appreciate. And we're going to pass these over to Sage right now. Give it a moment. And let's let Catherine set up her question. Jamie, I'll make sure you're ready with yours. I know you know how this works. I'm excited here to see some friends. It's good to see you guys. Just a general. Excellent. So let's focus for Catherine. We're going to ask the universe, the Great Spirit, Wakatanka, to open up for us. We would like a message for our friend Catherine. Okay, we're going to pull 3 cards because this is the Akashic deck and that is what we're doing today. We're going to set them up in a way to explain her reading that gives us a little bit of the past, present, and future of the situation, as well as, of course, as her guidance. We're going to start off here with the reflection. You have been doing, obviously, a lot of traveling. This is fabulous, but this is deeper, more spiritual than that. And this reflection is if you can look a little closer, there is a lot going on in this picture. It's not just your reflection you're looking at, because you are. If you could see slightly the reflection of you. And it's important for you to understand that you need to acknowledge all of what you've done and been for people and all of the great lengths you've gone for them. This is symbolic of not just travel. So as you're moving forward, it is wanting you to recognize the beautiful horizons in front of you. She has a ton of possibility out there. If we look at the moon, I want to mention that it is a full moon indeed that is hidden a little by the clouds. So I want you to understand you have to, this is a good time to let things go, to continue to let go of certain aspects of life that may be causing you stress. Maybe change things up a little bit. Let's get into the rest of the cards. We'll come back to that. And let me silence that because somehow my phone is making noises and we don't, nobody needs that, right? Because there's just like the whole world is like hitting me up all at one time. I apologize, guys. I think I'm always ready. Okay, you can never be like ready enough. So that's a lesson. Okay, so we have here the Ark of the Covenant in the current position with the number 11. People are talking a lot about 1111, and I'm going to set that aside for a minute. But I want you to understand what this arc is representative of. As we're looking in her past, and she's feeling very much like she has done things, and I want her to see that there are a lot of things that she should let go, but a very beautiful horizon in front of her. The Ark of the Covenant gets kind of serious for a minute, and it takes everything to another level. And now it is not just like Indiana Jones or the religious necessarily connotations on either side of that coin. Meaning this covenant here is more about you in this current situation, hunkering down. And I want you to look at what these individuals are doing. Now, yeah, these are only guys right here, but that isn't really what it's about. Notice the fire. You right now are tending the hearth fires, which I believe is extremely important. The backdrop is the focus of spirituality that you take and in compassion with all that you do, which is the ark, in my opinion. And these two individuals, this is you and someone else whom you are very much sheltering right now, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And if you look up, guys, there's sky above. So I think that there's a lot of beauty, wonder still in your situation, time with that person to be had, but you're currently having to hunker down in a way which, is important to recognize is so important. So, this is a bit about pacing yourself right now, Catherine. Now, this last card, it has a feeling of change about it, so I don't want you to misinterpret what it means. Caught in the ruins. I'm going to focus in a little bit for everyone. Now, look. I do understand this can be a symbology that makes people feel uncomfortable. But Caught in the Ruins as a predictive card lets me know that big changes on the horizon. That's good. That you can't be caught up in the past about. And I think that clearly you're being shown that something about your lifestyle is going to need to change. This is all for the better. It's not like, say, giving up certain things as it is an alteration. But in your current situation, look, guys, she's having to basically sit, take care of things. And I believe this is a time of contemplation, because even though as much as reflection looks like she was reflecting, she probably did have a lot of time to think. Absolutely. But this is just letting you know where she's been. And I think that she's ready for, I believe, this shift and change. But she's trying to do it so very spiritual and right for everyone involved, sitting there, the hearth burning, understand. And it's a spirituality sense, too, of that burning. I believe it's this desire to move forward somehow and change, so no one is feeling as if they're being either cheated, left behind, stagnated. This particular message is combined with the others, the idea that you need to continue to work on what's good for you while you're helping other people, and then it may be very well time for you to do a little self-acknowledgement, like take a little time for yourself and then recalibrate. Okay, I want you to sit and recalibrate and figure out how I need something fresh. I think that you may be wanting something fresh in the near future. So I would consider all those things, Diane, for yourself to sit back and have some meditative, meditative moments about. Oh, my Aunt Diana must be thinking about me. I was thinking about her earlier. So guys, yes, her middle name is Diane, but I literally have another relative, Diane, and I was thinking so much about her, and I tried to call her, so she's probably thinking of me. So moving on, I am so humbled and honored to have met you, Catherine, and also James. We've spoken to on the text, making me sound really old there on the text. And it was actually Messenger, but whatever. And I'm just like, you guys are great helpers. You both are just fantastic, and it is heartwarming and wonderful. And I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you, Catherine, for participating. But just, it's so great to get to know you a little bit, just a little tiny bit. I hope to know you more as time passes. And again, there's like no pressure. Your mom and your auntie, they're so sweet. Like, they're just all so sweet. I appreciate it. They have a lot of time on their hands too, so I'm assuming they're kind of like trying to pull things from behind the scenes. So I appreciate you and your participation and everything. So it's been so fabulous, Catherine. Thank you. Hi there, Jamie. Yes, it is your turn. Let's jump right in. We're going to move back to my tarot deck, the regular old Rider Waite. And as we do that, we're focusing for our friend Jamie on what are Kuma's current feelings for her and what does he think badly of her. Okay. Let's focus. Opening up. Tanka, the Great Spirit, Universe. What do we see here? We're going to do that special 6-card spread for her as well. Pretty efficient. It works really well to answer our questions in our limited time. If you guys do enjoy this, like, share, comment, send stars or virtual tips to my PayPal account, which is all listed there. Once again, I appreciate and love all of you. If I missed you today, know that I will be back. We are doing Jamie's reading right now. I do see we also have Serrated Grin, and we'll see who else we can fit. Let me know, of course, if you want a reading. Okay, now, your situation, Jamie, and I want to tread carefully, is a little interesting because it feels like he looks at you sometimes as a means to an end. And this isn't to be negative. Let me explain what I mean. The Chariot isn't a bad card. It's just he is making funny choices at times and not really being clear with you about them. So his current feelings is that he would like to have you as like a home base. And I know that sounds funny. So like when I see this card, it also means relationship. It also means wanting to be around you. But your obstacle with this is clearly the idea that there's another woman in the situation. Who is this Empress? Does he have a child with someone? So on and so forth. We'll back up for a minute. Think on that for a second. Your future predictive cards, and she asked, what does he think badly about you? Well, girl, he thinks you're super stubborn and that you think all the time. So are you always thinking he's cheating or like doing you wrong? Because that's his opinion. And I think that he's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy in his own way. because he also feels that he at times is trying to find a means to an end. And I'm sorry to say this, but what does he think bad about you? He thinks that you will not, I guess at this point, acquiesce to what he's looking for. So I think you must be causing, like, having a little resistance with him, huh, Jamie? I mean, I'm going to assume that you are questioning all this because you're like, what do these things mean? For example, this woman, I feel he's been speaking to her, whether that is like she has kids that aren't his, doesn't really matter, because it seems to affect the plan that he wants with you. And what do you think about that? Do you really think he wants to have you, like, say, help him, or like live with him, or like be like his person, but then yet not be clear with you? Because it feels like, as you ask me, what does he think bad of you, that once again he feels you are simply just wanting to control things, as well as like his personal life. So I gotta think you must have some sincere thoughts and worries about this person at times, because it almost feels, oh, and he has a baby on the way. So guys, let's confirm that this card here, Jamie is saying, is indeed a mother. The Empress is pregnancy and fertility. So if you guys follow cards at all, I personally believe that's the thing with people. So I would back up. I would understand that he feels like maybe you've also figured him out. Anything that just doesn't feel good, and he feels so opportunistic. So step back from it and know that he'd like to have something with you, but on what level, and what, like, not in like a mean way, but does it feel acceptable to you? So I'm going to pause there for a minute. I had some other people here, and thank you, Jamie, for your patience and coming back and everything. I see a serrated grin. I see Mina. Hi, Mina. I will put you down on the list. Don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, comment, and share if you guys enjoyed today's little session we have going on. Throw me some stars, I also wanted to say, and I think I forgot. Oh, we'll come back to that in a minute. All right. At least I did remember. I don't want to get into any more announcements right now. We want to just keep doing free readings. I'm just glad I could take. Okay, so at this point, serrated grin, if you're here, step on down, and then it's Mina. We probably won't do another break, and we'll wind up. But if we get an influx of people, I'll start a longer list. I will be back tomorrow. You're welcome, Mina. Yeah, don't go anywhere. I'm going to write down your question. Will you get married? And then you could be more specific if you need to. Once again, serrated grin from Twitch. If you're here, you are next. And listen, guys. Yeah, oh yeah, I always keep them up, Jamie. You should be able to see this, no problem. Let me know, you guys, if you've had a lot of issues with the broadcast. I need a consensus. Like, so far we've had a few, maybe outages. It might be you, it might be me. We'll figure it out. I'm previewing and using a new service. And yes, I'll totally keep this out. Don't worry. You'll see it, Jamie. As soon as I'm done here, it'll wrap up and we'll go there. So, if everyone didn't see me, I'll just repeat. Next is serrated grin, and then Mina. And like I said, we might be wrapping it up for the day. We'll see who shows up. I really appreciate you guys, and this has been a fun session. So once again, you guys, any topics that you want to bring up, places you want me to explore, please feel free. You can also private message me with some of those exploration ideas. Yeah, because we're just about getting ready to wind it up for the day. Okay. Thank you, Mina. So we got a little bit of a clarification. She wants to know, will the man that she marries be someone new? So I think we're going to indicate with this question, we want to know, first of all, will she marry and will he be someone new? Let's focus for Mina. All right, so let's do the 6-card spread again. That is working so fabulous today. We'll be trying another new spread next time. Ooh, we had one just slide right out of my hands. and I'll explain to you why this is important. Okay, and not just because it's live, but because when you do shuffling, the way it shuffles has a lot to do with the message. If a card jumps out, if a card slides like literally out of your hands and it wasn't you just being like me, because I'm fumble fingers at times, there's a difference. This card slid right out of my hands. We're going to come back to it. We're going to set it aside and know that this Page of Swords came up. Let's jump right in. Thank you for participating, Mina. Okay, so this isn't a new man. According to this, let me be clear with you, but he's got to clear up something with a person or a situation that's blocking him and you. So I'm going to be clear with you. You will indeed. And this is where I feel there's a bit of unpredictability about this in terms of timing, and that's where this Page of Swords came out. It's like an unpredictable situation. So Mina, I do have a question for you. And guys, when we do readings, it's much more of a flow to each other's situation, you know. This is a bit harder when we have these lags in communication. So my question to you, Mina, is the person that you had been involved with, or a person, and this could be someone you're going to meet very soon if you haven't already, is either A, involved with somebody, or is getting over a situation, because there's a timing thing about it that's unpredictable. So like, I don't really think it's someone necessarily completely new. Is there someone in your life right now? And the reason I need to know is because this is so recent, this gentleman. And in the last future card shows he needs to like deal with something with a woman. And it feels like he would be very much in love with you, except for that situation, which is all gonna not try to sound too mysterious, but shrouded in mystery with these two cards. On one hand, we have the Page of Swords representing be prepared for the unexpected. On the other hand, we have the whole idea of the unknown. And in this particular situation, I hate to say this to you, but you know, you ought to consider the fact that timing isn't now. It would be in the future, but it's probably someone you know already that has to deal with something, maybe break up with someone. That's food for thought. So I would say to you, there's a slight chance that it is someone you've already known that needs to break it off with someone. So yeah, so she said no. Well, that's your answer then. So the guy you're going to be with is currently involved with someone else. So there's our answer. I'll explain this really quick, guys. So basically it's saying she's going to meet this guy soon. She's going to meet this guy soon. It has to be fairly soon because it is so close in the past. The way she's going to meet it is either through work or a career or hobby option that's big to you, because the Ace of Wands is something big. Now, in that current situation, there's so much unknown. There's so much hidden. That makes a lot of sense because, like, this is all right now. If she doesn't know who this person is, it's all very blinding. But this sense of be prepared for the unexpected and kind of exciting stuff is the whole idea. When you meet this person, you may not realize or know, or you will know, they're involved with someone else and they're literally going to end it or have just ended it. And here's the marriage love card for you. So to me, now that we know that she isn't involved with someone currently, or a person she was involved with someone, just to be as quick as we can about this, because it's so unfortunate with the lag in the communication. Let me look here. Right, she's not working. Understood. That this is the idea with this hobby, or this could be enterprise card. That is how you will meet this person. The timing, I have to tell you, is got to be fairly soon. I mean, it's got to be within the next 3 to 6 months. And frankly, I'm thinking it all has to do with the timing of him ending it with this person. So she's going to get married, guys. It's going to be someone she's going to meet fairly soon who's obviously ending something with someone. How she's going to meet him seems a little doubtful. And I understand her feelings about this because, like, say if you're not working and you're not out there, how are you going to meet somebody? I get you there. And if we got deeper, you guys, and did a full spread, we would get into the dynamics of what this really means. But from my instincts, it tells me it's some sort of outlet that you would meet this person at that isn't just at home. And it's usually not like a dating app or anything like that. Thank you so much, Mina, for your participation today. I really appreciate you. Once again, you can come back for any sort of clarifications that you have. You guys can come back anytime for our free reading. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here Wednesday at 7, and then we have two events coming up also on Saturday. So those last three events, Wednesday and the two on Saturday, will have a VIP list. So if you've missed me today, know that I'll be back tomorrow for a coffee talk, as well as insight to being a reader and readers rules, as well as then I'll be back Wednesday night at 7. So if you've missed me today, I'm sorry. It's been so great to be back. I look forward to communing with each and every one of you when it's possible and time allows. You guys are what is making this such a magical, wonderful adventure in time. Once again, thank you guys. I hope to see you all soon. Have an excellent rest of your day and be safe. Once again, thank you so much for coming to today's live session. I will be back tomorrow.